good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. And just wanted to chat with you a bit about last night and also a few upcoming things. So Sunday, we have small groups and we should have most of our furniture in, but I think what we're going to do, for those who are able to make it to the small group leader meeting on Sunday, we'll have 3 girl groups meet in the sacred space. We'll have 3 groups meet in the middle part of the gym, and then we will have the 11th grade girls will meet in Pastor Dave's office. They seem to like that. And the 11th grade guys will meet in the living room. And so what that means is in the sacred space, we'll have 9th grade girls, we'll have 10th grade girls, and we'll have 12th grade girls, although a lot of times they leave and go to Starbucks, so it may just be those 2 groups. And then in the gym, we'll have the 12th grade boys, the 9th grade boys, and the 10th grade boys. And so in that middle part, the middle bay, the junior hires will be on the outside. So just find a table. There's plenty of room for those 3 groups, and that will be great. So that's the way that'll work. I'll try to write that in an email as well. Six Flags is coming up, and then Ultimate Slideshow is coming up in a couple weeks. So last night we talked about, we're continuing that series in Philippians, and it's Philippians 1 verse 27 through chapter 2 verse 4. And we kind of talked about, there's a phrase in verse 27 that says live a life worthy of the gospel, and talks a little bit about how you have to be very intentional to do that. That Olympic athletes, when they train and such, are intentional. They don't just wake up one day and say, oh, I've made it, I've arrived, I can go perform in the Olympics. But every day it's this daily journey of practicing and practicing and continuing to practice so that they can then be what they want to be. And how living a life worthy of the gospel, there's a lot of things that could hinder us from doing that, but then there's a lot of things that push us towards that, and living a life that calls us to something higher, because it costs Jesus a lot, and so it's probably going to cost us a lot as well. We then kind of shifted about what does it look like to live a life worthy of the gospel, because Paul says he wants the Philippian church to have the same mind, and or the same heart, or the same mind of Jesus. And we talked a little bit about how that doesn't mean that we necessarily agree on every little thing, that it's not that we implant people's minds and other people's minds so that they think exactly the same, but more of an attitude, that we have the attitude of Jesus. And so we really looked at verse 3 and verse 4 that says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but always look to the interest of others and regard others as better than yourself. And so we talked about what is that attitude, that is the attitude of being this selfless person, and that if we could all have that attitude, that when we would come into church and get together, and when we would be in the world, all those things that in the world seem to divide us wouldn't be as big a deal as having the same attitude and heart and mind of Jesus. And although we may have disagreeable points and things that we believe about politics and how the world should work, maybe on a policy level, that our hearts and ideas can be driven towards the same goal of making this world more like Jesus wants it to be. And so that's what we really hit at, is how do we truly take on the character and meaning of those verses of being this selfless person who is always looking to the interest of others and always trying to be there for others. And so that's kind of the gist of it. We talked about that for a little bit, and then we dismissed. And so the questions will be attached, as well as a link to the video will be on this as well. So take a look. If you have any questions, just respond. If not, we will see you Sunday at about 8:45 would be awesome. And like I said, we're supposed to get all our furniture in tomorrow, and so we're going to put all that together tomorrow night. If you have some time tomorrow evening, about 6 or 6:30, and want to just put some furniture together, there's a few teens that are going to be there and a few adults, and we would love all the help. We will talk to you later. Once again, let me know if you have any questions, but it's all about selfless. Oh, one last thing, sorry. I challenged them that at some point between Wednesday and Sunday to look to the interest of others, to do something for somebody else that maybe doesn't make sense, that maybe doesn't add up, but that we are continually trying to look and to serve others. And so I try to say, do something specifically for somebody else, and this week, because you might be talking about it in your small group. And so be ready for that and realize that they may have engaged in that, and maybe give an opportunity for people to share about what that looks like. And maybe you want to do it in the next couple of days, do something that doesn't take your own interest at heart, but looks to the interest of others, and figure out what that could be, and so that you can start the sharing. All right, see you Sunday. Bye.